The block is rocking in this Southeast Atlanta neighborhood, celebrating a road issue that should have been handled a long time ago. Jesse Murray was facing life in prison, but after 3 years, he finally accepted a plea deal that he says he's very grateful for. Residents are complaining about foxes approaching them and growling and being very territorial. But as you can see here, neighbors say this new development is taking over those foxes' territories. According to national statistics, 60 to 70% of sexual assaults are caused because of alcohol playing a role. Take a look at how one Nashville business is taking a step forward to lower those numbers with the help of this drink coaster. This is where the 12-year-old victim is fighting for his life. He is currently in critical condition, and according to his mother, he has already been through 2 major surgeries today. 70 miles away from Putnam County, where authorities accused 2 inmates of recently killing 2 state corrections officers, is the Fulton County jail system, where we got an inside look of how inmates are transported here. This DeKalb County community may look like a road to destruction, but according to some residents, this is the beginning of a journey to something good.
That happens every single day. Safety is key. We have to ensure that the inmates are safe, my officers are safe.
Watching every move they make,
Go ahead, ladies.
to making sure the officers' backs are covered.
The inmates are secured with leg irons and waist chains.
The Fulton County Sheriff's Convoy transports 70 to 140 inmates per day. But taking into account of the incident with the now captured inmates that killed 2 state corrections officers and escaped, the Fulton County Sheriff's Office believes in staying on their P's and Q's.
We have a briefing every morning. We plan routes, we plan what we're going to do, exigent circumstances. In light of what happened in Putnam County, we had already put procedures in place prior to that, which was starting our K-9s to going to court and from court.
And at the end of the day, after each safe transport is made,
I feel good knowing that we're all going home safely.
and get prepared to do it all again the next day. Ready, set, go. Socially, Brianna McVeigh fits right in with your average 8th grader.
And I was like, what more do you expect?
But academically, she's above average.
I don't really know what job, but I know that I'd want to major in something like applied physics or astrophysics, stuff like that.
This year is Brianna's 2nd year participating in the Linguistics Olympiad hosted by Middle Tennessee State University.
I think I did pretty well. There were a couple that were pretty difficult, but there were some that were just kind of like, you started it and then you're like, oh wait, this matches with this.
When I was in middle school, I didn't even know it was a thing. Granted, that could just be the middle school I went to, because I do love languages and have all my life. But on average, I would not say middle schoolers are interested in linguistics.
She has no problem stepping out on her own, but wishes her friends could get a taste of what this experience is like.
Especially since I'm the only one from my school here right now. But I feel like a lot of them would enjoy it, but I don't think it really kind of like appeals to them. Like, it's one of those things where at first you don't like it, but then you start getting into it.
Although thanks to this opportunity, she has met and made friends that can relate to her linguistic speech passion.
I'll have to, I want to be a missionary in Albania, so I would have to learn Albanian. That'd be difficult.
I feel like other people would just kind of think it's boring, because, I mean, when you first look at it, you're just like, oh, translating languages. Well, I don't really know too much about foreign languages, so I don't really feel like that's good for me.
Sometimes it's just so sad that, you know, you have to come out and look at these things that you don't even want to really be here anymore, you know.
Known for vacancy, building fires, drug activity, fleas, and murder, Brandon Hill Condominiums has been in the spotlight for the past few years.
My concern was there little kids over there that play in that area, and that's a hazard.
How long have you been here?
7 years.
Okay.
Been here for 7 years. I worked here.
Lance Williams and other residents that's lived in Brandon Hill for many years says it hasn't been the same since the 70s, and it used to be a nice place to live.
We will improve life in DeKalb for every citizen.
it doesn't matter whether you live in Brandon Hills, or Dunwoody, or Stone Mountain. You are us, and we are you.
As they kept saying for years something was going to happen.
DeKalb County sued to intervene and demolish up to 108 units that's been considered as a nuisance for years. And today is the day that the county CEO and crew members will begin that change.
And ultimately you will judge, and we will judge the quality of life in DeKalb by how the quality of life in some of our most challenged communities. This is a step in the right direction.
Now that we see that there is something going on, that people do care, we're flabbergasted at the fact that something is happening now, you know.
Laverne is just a small-sized town with kids that have big dreams.
Point your feet towards me. The person you're fighting needs to be between your feet.
And head coach Robert Crutcher of Club Knockout in Laverne, Tennessee is helping kids like 13-year-old Kylan Berry fight to meet their dreams and stay out of trouble.
I'm gonna just admit it, bro. I used to smoke, before I came to the gym. And the first 2 to 3 weeks, I was still smoking. But I got caught. My mom made me go admit at the police station. And I was like, yeah, I'm done. And I put that away.
And then I also want this program to impact and to affect the kids and let them know that there's people outside of their house that love them.
Before I came here, I really had anger issues. Like, if someone told me no about something, I would just get mad about it and stuff. But boxing, whenever I started to spar, I was still mad, but it helped me.
The small boxing club was established in the 1980s by a trainer named Kerry Farr, who trained historical champion boxer Kendall Atkin. But now Coach Crutcher is taking on that legacy, but making it better.
I told them that they had to make passing grades in order to spar. Then they got to have a C average in order to compete. So that pushes them once they get to liking the program. And then that gives them the will to push harder and to push further and to do better.
And to help them participate, volunteer tutors come 2 to 3 days a week to help the kids with their academics and to get ready for the future. So what do you want to be when you grow up?
A neonatal doctor. I've had that mentality where every time I train, I push myself. I try to push myself really hard because I know other people made it, and I know I could make it, and I could even be better than them.